Today on RVA Grooves, I rock the James at River Rock, the premier outdoor sports and music festival. I then head over to Scott's Addition to enjoy a fabulous dinner at Fat Dragon Chinese Kitchen and Bar. RVA Grooves starts right now. What a beautiful day to be out on Browns Island for the 5th annual Dominion River Rock Festival. It's all about the sports that happen right on the river. They're also going to have some great entertainment, some great food. What a beautiful day in RVA to combine all of those things. And I'm going to get interactive today. I'm going to get on the paddle boards. Yes, me, paddleboarding. This hair paddleboarding, yes, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ride on the slack line. Never done that before. I'm gonna look at the extreme dogs and so much more. I am so excited. Let's rock the river. 5th annual Dominion River Rock Festival. Come on. Standing here with Megan Schultz, event director for Dominion River Rock. Yeah. Megan, how did all this come about? I mean, I know it's been here for years, but tell us about it.
We're in our 5th annual Dominion River Rock, so we're really excited. Last year, we actually became the largest sports and music festival in the country, and Dominion River Rock is a big part of the reason Richmond, RVA, was voted best outdoor town. Dominion River Rock is just an incredible event that kind of brings together a clash of music and sports and culture, and it's just an exciting event to be a part of. We had an interactive village that folks can actually try some of the things that they're seeing some of these pro athletes do. So we have a bouldering competition, we have slackline, we have a filthy 5K mud run, a 10K scramble. It's really all about highlighting the riverfront and everything that RVA has to offer right down here in the middle of downtown.
Family friendly, dog friendly, it seems to be something for everybody.
Absolutely, something for everyone, whether you're participating, watching, listening to music, dogs down here, families, it's for everyone, that's for sure.
And you work with sports backers.
Yes.
Tell me your role there and then how sports backers kind of coordinates this whole thing.
Yeah, well, sports backers works with Venture Richmond on this. Sports backers really organizes kind of the sports end of it, and then Venture Richmond handles all the music and all that. So it's a fantastic partnership of two awesome nonprofits in town. And this, like I said, is our 5th year running, and we're growing each year, which is really exciting.
Give us websites, any information.
Yeah, DominionRiverRock.com. We actually have an app on the Apple or Droid. We'd love for you to be down here volunteering, participating, watching, being a part of the festival.
Yeah.
So it's the place to be this weekend.
Well, I know you're busy, so I'm going to let you go. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much.
All right.
All right.
Now I'm standing with Lisa Sims. She's the Deputy Director at Venture Richmond, who has partnered with sports backers for the 5th annual Dominion River Rock. This is amazing. This is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, all the people are starting to come in already. We're nearly an hour before the first event. It's really, really exciting to see all these people on the riverfront.
Yeah, now talk about how this helps RVA, especially with tourism and bringing people down to see our beautiful city.
Oh my gosh. I mean, for us to have an outdoor celebration of river life is just amazing. You've got the skyline in the background. I don't know if we can see it in our shot or not, but the skyline is right there. The river is right here. This is one of the few cities in the United States where you can actually have Class 4, Class 5 whitewater rapids as you're going through an urban setting. This is a very, very unusual place that we live in, and for us to be able to showcase it, it's just spectacular.
Now, bringing all these aspects together, I know one thing with Venture Richmond, as I was told, is that you're setting up the entertainment side of the house, not the sports side of the house.
Right.
When did you guys start working on it, and is it hard to get people to kind of buy into what we got going on?
You know, it's really not.
Yeah.
We think that more and more people are seeing Richmond. You know, you've got all kinds of venues now. You've got Grooved in the Garden, you've got Friday Cheers, you've got the Folk Festival, you've got Second Street Festival. I'm going to leave somebody out. You've got the Jazz Festival.
Yeah.
So Richmond is definitely becoming a place that where bands want to play.
Yeah.
And they love the outdoor environment. They love being here. They love the crowd. They love the fact that the trains go by and kind of blow the horn. and it's just a great environment for them to play in. So I love it.
And then from a city standpoint, our hotels, our restaurants, and that's what this show is all about. It's about art and culture and how we're bringing all these things in. What feedback have you gotten, from them on that end?
Oh, they love it. They love all of this. I mean, Venture Richmond is in existence to bring people downtown, whether it's to live here, work here, or play here. And one of the things we try to do is bring people into areas where they might not otherwise find themselves, or they might think are inaccessible if we didn't have an event. And this event brings people downtown to the riverfront, certainly, but we hope that once they're finished here, then they go and spend more time, more money in restaurants and other places downtown. So it's just exactly why we're in existence.
Keeping it growing.
Yeah.
Speaking of growth, you named a couple of things that are coming down the pipeline, but can you talk about some of the events Venture Richmond has going up into the fall as well?
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, we have Friday Cheers that is certainly happening in May and then in June. Then RVA Fireworks on the James we do with Dominion and Midwest Vaco. We actually produce it for them. They're the sponsor. So that's on the 3rd of July. And then we have just a tiny little break, and then we get into the 2nd Street Festival in Jackson Ward. That's the first weekend in October, and then the second weekend in October is the Richmond Folk Festival. So we have a pretty busy summer and fall ahead of us.
Does it amaze you when people say there's nothing going on in Richmond and they need to move to a bigger
they
city?
must live under a rock.
Exactly. Well, hopefully they'll check out the River Rock Festival next year. Yeah. Give us your website. Give us any way that people can volunteer and get involved with Venture Richmond.
Sure, they can go to venturerichmond.com, or they can go to richmondfolkfestival.org, or they can call us at 788-6466.
Lisa, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. RVA Grooves, of course, it's all things arts and culture, and it wouldn't be possible without Venture Richmond.
Thanks, Kelly. Thank you.
RVA Grooves, we'll be right back.
Experience Jazz, America's original art form at the 4th Annual Richmond Jazz Festival at Maymont, presented by Altria August 8th through the 11th. You don't want to miss Jill Scott, Michael McDonald, The Wailers, Joe Sample, Kirk Whalum, and others. The Richmond Jazz Festival presented by Altria, brought to you in part by Virginia's for Lovers, Dominion, Midwest Vaco, Richmond Region Tourism, Richmond BMW, and NBC 12. Visit jazzatmaymont.com today.
Now I'm standing with Mike and Haley from Boardworks, and I see water, I see paddleboards. Talk about what you guys do.
Well, we are professional paddleboarders, stand-up paddleboarders. So cool thing about paddleboarding is you can do it anywhere. Obviously, we're here on some flat water right there, so it's a great place to do it. We have a river over here, moving water. You can do the ocean, but basically we travel around, compete, sell, do a lot of different things for Boardworks. We're professional paddleboarders.
Yeah. Now, second year at the Dominion River Rock Festival. How did you guys get involved with this?
We came last year as a sponsor with Boardworks, and now this year we're coming back again because we had so much fun last year. There's tons of people, and it's just a great community.
Yeah. Now, you're from here.
I am. Yeah, born and raised.
And I think when I talk to people that are from here, I just want to know, are you amazed at what RVA has become? Did you ever think that we would hold the nation's biggest river festival ever? Did you ever think that would happen?
It makes us feel a lot of time down here, but it's grown into such a bigger and better place. Even since 10 years I was living here.
Yeah.
10 years ago. So, yeah, it's an amazing place.
Yeah.
I can see why. It's just a great venue
Yeah.
to have so many different activities, and all of the different types of athletes can come in and showcase what we love to do.
Yeah. Speaking of what you love to do, is there any secrets? I have never been on one of these. Okay. So as a first timer, what are the benefits of getting involved with this sport?
Well, especially with paddleboarding, you can jump on and go anywhere. So we're downtown. After work, you can come out and hop on the paddleboard and get some exercise in outside. And it's really easy to do once you get used to it. A little bit unstable at first, but you can get a board that fits more towards like what you're looking for, a stable board, and hop on and just go for it. It's fun.
Well, before we get into the demonstration part, you see I'm, just breathing a little bit because I'm just a little bit hesitant about this. But give us all information. People want to get in contact with you all, find out where you are, all that great stuff. Give us some websites, phone numbers, whatever you got.
Well, we're Boardworks Surf. Our website is boardworkssub.com. Stand-up paddleboards. Locally here, we sell our boards at Appomattox River Company. So that's our big dealer in Richmond. So you guys can go for all the information from those guys. They'll get you set up and get you on the river.
All right.
And on the website, it also linked to all of the events that we go to as well. So we'll definitely be coming back to Richmond again, if not in the area, to do more events.
Sounds good. Well, guys, thank you for taking this little opportunity to talk to me. You're going to get your demonstration on, and
We're
then
going to get you on the water.
oh, it's so excited. All right, thank you guys. Let's jump on in. Now it's time for me to experience slack lining. I've never seen this before. They want me to do that one over there. But now I'm going to this one over here. Can I see that shirt right there? The I Run Richmond, yeah, and a size small. It's a shame that I could come out to anything and figure out a way to shop.
All right.
Yep.
Small.
Yes, I love it. Yep. That's it. I'll take it. What an amazing day at the 5th Annual Dominion River Rock Festival. If you don't know why Richmond was voted the best river city, just take a look behind me. The James River was amazing today for all of the activities that went on at the River Rock Festival. We did the slack line. We also did the paddleboarding and the extreme air dogs. If you want to experience this, make sure you check this out next year. Get involved or just come down to the river at any point and experience it. Want to shout out our sponsors, Dominion. Also, Virginia is for Lovers and Venture Richmond. An amazing day at the River Rock Festival. Of course, this is all about arts and culture. RVA Grooves, all things arts and culture. Stay tuned. RVA Grooves will return after these messages.
Experience Jazz, America's original art form at the 4th Annual Richmond Jazz Festival at Maymont, presented by Altria August 8th through the 11th. You don't want to miss Jill Scott, Michael McDonald, The Wailers, Joe Sample, Kirk Whalum, and others. The Richmond Jazz Festival presented by Altria, brought to you in part by Virginia is for Lovers, Dominion, Midwest Vaco, Richmond Region Tourism, Richmond BMW, and NBC 12. Visit jazzatmaymont.com today.
standing on the boulevard behind the Diamond in Movieland Theater outside of Fat Dragon, Chinese Kitchen and Bar. Today I'm going to go talk to the general manager, talk to the owner, and also the bar manager about their unique experience. They're new to the RVA food scene, so I'm really excited. And I hear they got a drink called Sex on Tap. I'm headed to the bar first. Let's go in and check out Fat Dragon. I'm at the bar with General Manager Chris Staples. Chris, first off, thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Absolutely.
I'm really excited about experience in Fat Dragon. So, how'd the concept come about?
Well, we really fell in love with the building. It had a lot of history, a lot of character. Even before we came in and gave it our own spin, there was a lot to build on. Scott's Addition we knew was blossoming. We wanted to be a part of it, even get ahead of the curve there. We saw all the lofts going up in the area, and we knew there was going to be a nice built-in population to help drive sales. And we wanted to make something that was straightforward, simple, fun, kind of accessible to everybody, all walks of life, from students to families in the North End. And we batted around a couple different concepts, and we knew that with our other concepts like Wild Ginger and Osaka, we kind of cornered the sushi market, and we didn't want to go towards sushi, so we thought, just how about straightforward Chinese? And then we're like, well, let's give it an urban spin. We kind of came up with this idea of doing an urban Chinese food restaurant.
Gotcha.
That coupled with the burgeoning craft beer craze that's going all over the country, especially in Richmond, they came together perfectly. And really, Asian foods and beer go together like, we call it chocolate and peanut butter.
So you're no stranger to the RVA food scene. What other properties do you guys have or been involved with?
Our first project was Osaka Sushi out in Short Pump Mall. And then the owner, Chris Sway, opened up a more cutting-edge concept of Osaka Sushi and Steak in River Road Shopping Center. About a year later, he opened up Sushi-O in Midlothian. Stayed in that area, and we opened up our first Pan-Asian concept that also integrated sushi into it, called Wild Ginger. Deviated from the Asian concepts, and we opened up the Blue Goat on the Libyan Grove corridor right there. And about a year later, we found this property, and like I said, we fell in love with it, and the rest just kind of gelled after that.
Yeah, when your customer comes in here, what do you think that their first experience is, or what do you want them to take away from their experience here?
Well, we really want them to feel comfortable as soon as they walk in. We want them to feel like we're not pretentious, and they can come in, sit at the bar, sit at the table, and feel like they're right at home. Maybe in a restaurant they've always been coming to. We try to stylize the atmosphere, the service, the food, and the personalities of the servers and the bartenders to really make the guests feel right at home.
Well, I feel right at home because I'm sitting at the bar.
Right.
And I hear that there's this drink I need to try called Sex.
Everybody likes to have sex, the Fat Dragon.
That's what they say, Chris. So let's get to drinking. Okay?
All right, let's do it.
Got the bar manager in front of me, Steve.
Hi.
Thank you so much for preparing these great drinks for me to taste.
Thank you.
Tell me what we're going to try out first.
Well, you came to the Fat Dragon to have sex.
I did.
Well, let's have some sex.
Okay.
Would you like some sex too?
So now I'm drinking sex.
You're having sex.
How did you all come up with this concept? And why'd you name it Sex?
Well, sex, it actually comes from a place in the Midwest. What's the name of it?
It comes from M. Lawrence.
M. Lawrence.
Wineries.
And it's
in Michigan.
Yeah.
And it's basically a sparkling brut rosé on tap.
Wow.
It's basically pink champagne.
Yeah.
So it's great.
Nice and refreshing.
It comes in a keg. It comes out of the lines just like the beer, right out of the keg cooler. Ladies love it.
Yeah, I mean, to start off with sex before you eat,
It's a good starter.
that's a way to start off. All right, Chris, we still have these drinks in front of us, but this food, what do we have right here?
Okay, what we have here is Chef's famous calamari with the house-made dipping sauce.
Okay.
This is the crispy chicken roll, fresh Granny Smith apple, little dash of house-made Thai chili sauce, spicy sauce on top.
Wow. I'm so ready to dig in.
Yeah, it's really good.
All right. Now, while we're eating, let's talk a little bit about the food.
Sure.
Who decides the menu and how often does it change?
Well, Chef has sole discretion over the menu. Chef is from Guangdong, which is a little coastal city, part of the Canton province. And I think Chinese food gets a bad rep for either being too salty or too spicy, where Cantonese food is a melding of flavors using fresh ingredients, fresh herbs, fresh spices, the freshest of proteins, the freshest of seafood. They don't want anything to be too spicy, too sweet, too salty, but a combination of everything.
This really, like you said, wasn't too sweet, wasn't too spicy. I was waiting for this kick, and then I felt a little bit of room. I felt like I was getting full a little bit because it's very flavorful in terms of spreading out a little bit, if that makes any sense.
Sure,
you know?
absolutely.
Yeah, no, this is really, really good. Really good. So do you change the menu often, or do you try to keep it to what your customers prefer? As you got to get a little bite in.
We change the menu often. Calamari and the chicken roll, they'll always be on the menu. He's always finding out what he can bring in fresh from either overseas or from locally. He adds a few items to the menu every other week.
Now, I've had calamari before, but this just melted in my mouth. And I gotta stop and talk about, sometimes calamari can be gummy, and you really need the dipping sauce. Light, fluffy, this is really, really good. This is a different kind of calamari.
Well, his woks in the kitchen go to probably around 900 to 1,000 degrees.
Okay.
This dish cooks in about 30 to 45 seconds. The chef is an expert at not overcooking the calamari. He knows exactly when to put it in, exactly when to take it out. So it's mouth-watering every time. Yeah, it's hard to beat. Really hard to beat. And that's what we're trying to do. Simple, accessible. We want it to appeal to a wide variety of people. Some Chinese food is too spicy for people or is too salty. We're trying to do something different here.
Yeah, it definitely is flavorful. Like I said, I feel like this was light. You know, I want to taste the rest of it because it seems like it has some other things. Now, all the noodles at the bottom, are they made? Did he make them as well? Or?
He did. He fried them earlier. They're flash fried. It takes about 2 seconds to make them.
Yeah. No,
He throws them into the wok, and they're up.
This is amazing. Now, as we are eating, I can't take my eyes off of the ambiance that's in here. You talked a little bit about that, but there's that painting over there that is breathtaking. And to have a tattoo parlor right across the street, but then to also look at some beautiful artwork, and she's tatted up as well. Where did that piece come from?
Well, we found a Kimmy on the internet.
Okay.
We Googled girl with tattoos.
Okay.
And thousands of women popped up, and as soon as we saw her, we knew that she was the one for the project. We contacted her. She was a model. We contacted her agent. We paid for a private shoot. They sent us about 1,000 pictures. We weeded through them for days and days and days. We had a graphic design artist, Jane Cornell, came in, actually took it. She added a negative with the color of her real tattoos on top of her picture. We had it silk screen, put it on the wall, and backlit. And there you go.
That's amazing.
It really came out better than we ever could have imagined.
Now, do you all change any of the art or the pieces that are in here, or do you let it stay as it was? I went in the bathroom, and I have to say, I could sit in there. I mean, I felt comfortable in there. It was very, feng shui. I hate to say that as a stereotype word, but everything seemed to be at harmony.
Absolutely.
Do you change it around at all?
We haven't changed anything yet. We've only been up for about 6 months. Outside of the food and the beverage program, the aesthetics have been pretty much the same. We were really happy with the way it turned out, and people are still coming in and still like you for the first time experiencing it, feeling comfortable. I like how you got into the bathroom. You felt comfortable in the bathroom.
Yeah, I did.
What else could we ask?
Yeah, I did. I really did. My last question is nightlife. I see that there's a little section up there where there might be a DJ, a band. Talk about your nightlife here.
So far on the weekends, we have a live DJ every Friday and Saturday from 9 to midnight, sometimes later. People are having a good time. The drinks are flowing. We'll keep the guy going all the way till 2. And every DJ is different. We want them to be autonomous.
bring their own personality in, and that way it attracts different types of people. We're always having a good time. The kitchen stays open late. It's a good time here at Fat Dragon.
When I say everybody at the bar needs to order, just these two right here. I mean, and I know your menu is so much more expensive than this, but you all do a great job. The chef's hands down. Dessert? Am I ready for dessert?
You're ready. I think you're ready.
I've had sex already, and I feel like now. Oh my god. Okay, please let's work on dessert next.
Let's do it.
Oh my god.
Coconut passion fruit cake and chocolate marble cheesecake.
Oh my gosh.
We haven't had enough.
If I haven't had enough, then you take me down after I've had sex, right? Okay. Tell me what I have.
We feature Mill Street Sweets. They're at Farmville, Virginia. It's the pastry chef in Charlie's Waterfront Cafe. I have a relationship with the owner, and so we get her fresh, homemade, preservative-free desserts delivered twice a week to the restaurant. They're amazing. I can't say enough about them. These two are my favorites. Dig in.
Chris, just be quiet. You just get it here. Oh my god. This is just buttery, just